Can you hear me now? Yo, yo. Let me know if you can see my screen too. It should be good now. Yeah, so right now, like I said in the bias thing, I just said, if we shoot up right at open, which we did, then we're going to have to kind of, wait a little bit to see some more structure because, on the higher time frames, there's obviously no structure above because we're at all-time highs right now. We'll have to see how shorts look. I wouldn't be opposed to it as long as, we have our checklist in place and everything, but first we're going to have to see structure built. Yeah, so for an SMT to be like, I think valid for me, normally it would be, if it's on the 1 minute, it would have to be from like another significant higher low. Not just like, I'll show you, not just like if this SMT right here, like if this was an SMT, which it is, it's not really like, I don't know, there's a good chance it'll be invalidated because opposed to like something like this, if this was an SMT right here. But yeah, you want to see, but anyways, you kind of want to see more structure to begin with, but yeah, most oftentimes it's a little risky to, just hop into a trade because of like a small internal S&T like that. But another thing for today, continuations, just because normally when we get to all-time highs, we like to just keep continuing up. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to take continuations. Obviously, targets would be tough because you don't really have much, but I could pull back into like a 5-minute fair value gap and then look for like maybe a 1 minute inversion out of it. And that would be like the only time that you don't really need an SMT. It's just more like a structure trade. But as long as you have the displacement with the inversion, you can expect, a smaller, big continuation. Yeah, definitely got to be careful on those stupid trades.
We're going to PT.
Yeah. We'll see how this plays out. We might want to fall back into the range, and then could possibly, because data lows are still intact, I'd like to see Asia lows get traded to at some point. But we'll have to see. We're going to create a 5-minute, I would assume, unless we just rip straight down. Alright, so we have this 5-minute. We'll see. I mean, if we can inverse this, like with good displacement, the chances are we're probably going to try to trade and fill this gap right here, and then also move lower to data lows, Asia lows, possibly take out all this low resting liquidity. So I just have to see. Another situation is we could just be tapping this 5 minute again to continue up to keep making new highs, which I don't think would be. I wouldn't be opposed to taking the continuation longs. Like say we tap out of this, we inverse this. Depending on how good the displacement is, I would probably give it a shot. We'll see what we do here. Right now we're kind of just ripping down, maybe going to fill the gap. Yeah, so when nice good displacements, so don't want to hop into anything here. Be stupid. How long have you had your funded account? I also got news at 9:45 too, so my guess is going to be if we don't keep seeing displacement before news, then we're probably going to get a push higher. I'm not opposed to trading yellow folder news either, because normally it's just kind of like a influx of volatility pushing to the new draw, and which would be this here and possibly higher. Let's see the risk. This doesn't look too bad, to be honest. Do we have? Yeah, we know S&T came close, kind of made like equal lows. Yeah, we got 9:45 and 10 a.m. news, so definitely gotta be careful. But right now we're just kind of. We'll see if we want to inverse this 5 minutes. It's definitely gonna be our first condition we want to look for and see how we react to it. So. The thing I do like about it is how much room we have, and we still have data lows and Asia lows. So those are definitely good targets, but seems like we might want to go higher. If we inverse this. Could just be another continuation day. But what I am thinking is that at some point, I feel like we are going to trade down to data lows and Asia lows. So that's why I want to be as patient as possible. I don't want to take a dump setup and then miss the one that potentially could fill all of this area, the important one. Yeah, see news could push higher. take out these highs. That would also be a good sign to go lower once again. SMT, this is an SMT right here with these highs. So this SMT is decent if we can hold it, if it wants to hold. Let's see what we want to do here. Yeah, 10 a.m. news, the red folder news. So what is it again? Is it PMI? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm most likely gonna wait because I don't want to be jammed into a trade and then have to exit before news. That sucks. So like right here, on NQ we don't have a sweep of a high. We have SMT, and we're displacing. Looks like we're going to displace through 1 minute, and then hopefully that'll lead to displacing to the 5 minute. And then maybe after news we'll be able to see a nice setup. Still, I'm respecting that 5 minute that was put in. All this will probably get taken out. But I mean, if we do take out the highs, that's kind of just like a better indication that we might want to go lower. A resweep of a high is always good. Like we swept this high, we swept it again. If we can sweep it again, then we'll see. But it could also just mean we're just going to keep continuing up. All about patience. Yeah. Definitely got to see more structure, more displacement down before any type of consideration for shorts. Still have that SMT. So, bro, you said you've been training for, what did you say, 6 years or 7 years? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. So news could be, the manipulation move, and then, like I said, these are really good targets. I use these, a lot. Data lows, data highs, Asia lows, London lows. And those are really significant targets and good draws for the day as long as you have your, opposing liquidity swept, in which case it would be here. But yeah, ES is ripping. Not really any pullbacks. NQ had a couple. Yes, it's just waiting. Well, there's the sweep. Let's see what we want to do. Okay. Can you get down, please? No, I'm knocking my desk over. We put in a 1 minute. We'll see how. Hopefully, we can inverse it just so we can get an idea that we might want to go lower. But again, no SMT obviously because ES is super bullish. I don't even know. Yeah. Yeah, so in this case, if we do want to go lower, I would like to see kind of like maybe like a 5 minute, changing this date, just so we can actually see like maybe we get below this low here. We still have this whole gap to fill, rather than just seeing like a small 1 minute. But we'll see. It all just depends on the actual displacement move, how strong it is, and get a good basis around that instead of just kind of guessing. I think it was 2 days ago or something. We had that big continuation day. So it's like, and also we were trading up to all-time highs. So pretty much every 1 minute that we pulled back to, you could literally take a long and, you get moves like this. I don't know if we'll do that again. We have made new highs twice now. So I am definitely expecting a move. If it's not today, then sometime next week. But like, we are extremely overbought right here. Like, no, we need to rebalance. Like, this whole range, realistically speaking, we should get down. We also have this big 1 hour that price might want to rebalance to at some point. It might not be today. And I think the market closes early today. Let me close anyway, like 12-ish. Just gotta be patient. We'll see what news does. 4 minutes. So right here, this would be an example of like pretty much my model. I'm not shorting just because of the structure right now, but so we would have a sweep of the high. We would need an SMT right here, or somewhere, just some type of SMT. This would be our change in the state, and this would be our inverse. I would probably still wait for the inverse. Like if price got below here, like maybe we want to come up again and start moving, I'd probably enter here. And then honestly, like if you put the stops at the high and then you have like just endless room. So even if you wanted to like you partial here, let your runners run all the way down. Another tool I use is standard deviation. So like your 2 to 2.5 area is always a good place that to where market would like to draw to, depending on the manipulation move. But actually, this would be like here. So you could target maybe like the middle of this range right here, and then let your runners run. Also, maybe to like data low or something. But here, copy these. It's called standard deviation. If you don't have it, copy these settings. It's a super good tool to use, kind of get an idea where price would want to go. Yeah, news in 3 minutes. See what we want to do. I'm hoping we get a nice move down. Just get some more bearish structure, just to see a nice displacement move. So we're probably going to put another 5 minute in right here. So now that we re-swept the high again, if we can inverse this 5 minute, that's a really good sign to go lower. Kind of like I said earlier with this one. But sometimes we like to come up one more time, maybe 2 more times. But yeah, getting an SMT might be a little more difficult because we don't really have any structure, to the left of us. It's because we're at the highs. That's why trading all-time highs is so difficult. Let's see what we want to do. Here we go. Hopefully it's a good news candle. It's not just like a small, crappy one that doesn't move a lot. Not the best news candle. Maybe we leave a wick. That would be nice. Yeah, I just keep looking at this range. It's just we are so overbought right now. We have to come lower eventually. So when that move will be, I don't know, but it will happen. That was a very weak news candle though. Where was this at? But again, like, I'm not opposed to taking continuations in this type of market because the last thing I want to do is, keep sitting here and missing long opportunities when, they're in the back of my head. Like, say we pull back to this 1 minute and we see a nice push out of it. That's kind of how you trade all-time highs until, you get confirmation that we're not going any higher. And in this case, it would be, inversing this 5 minute, getting below here for a 5 minute change in the state. Yeah, that's how you kind of know that it's time to flip to bearish now. But yeah, right now it's just kind of pumping. So are you on Tradify funded right now? I've never used their prop firm. You gotta let me know if it's good or not. Yeah, we close at 12, I think. What's 3 hours? When we close at like 1 or something, maybe. But yeah, it's if we don't get anything, we don't get anything. But yeah, I would, if we're just showing no signs of bearish structure, anything bearish, I wouldn't be opposed to taking a 1 minute continuation. And it's really that simple in these types of markets. Even this right here wouldn't have been a bad entry. Like getting this 5 minute right here. You tap in, you get this place out, entry here, and yeah, we just ripped. But this is my first time trading all-time highs as a profitable trader. So I remember last time we made all-time highs, I was still, like not gambling, but I knew what I was doing. I just couldn't do it because of my mindset and everything. So I was taking trades left and right, trying to catch a short because I didn't really know how all-time highs worked. But yeah, it's definitely much different now. I kind of know my place in that, where I stand. Exactly. If you can get it engraved in your head to only take setups that are, clear, like dumb clear, it's right in front of your face, and you're in a good spot, dude. I'm telling you. You'll be surprised how fast, your trading will change and how quickly you progress rather than because there's so many people out there that are, unprofitable. And it's literally it's just because of their mindset and how they view the market. They view the market as like they know what they're supposed to do, but they treat it as a casino. Like, they're just coming in to gamble rather than treat it as a business and treat it as a job. Because you're in this to make money. You're not in this to, you're not having fun with your friends, trying to make money. You're doing this, as a job. But yeah, if you can learn to not force anything and only take clear setups, you're in a good spot. Yeah, we're so overbought. Hopefully, if we can get like a nice little pullback, maybe something like this, then like if we can displace through another fair value gap, then I'll probably take maybe low risk just to give it a shot. Because I don't remember. I think I traded yesterday. I think the day before. I know I haven't traded 2 days this week. I'm pretty sure, or 1 day. But yeah, just we are ripping right now. Next week will be interesting too, just because of how overbought we are. If we don't actually make a move, to the downside today, then hopefully next week, we treat this right here as a manipulation move, and then we see the good distribution next week. That would look nice. All-time highs trading, it's just trading with the trend until proven wrong. But yeah, I like that the idea you gave me about the eval to payout thing. That'd be a pretty cool series. I definitely like that idea. And I appreciate you giving me ideas. Any ideas you got, bro, just let me know. I'm new into the social media stuff. I'm just trying to, share my perspective and my ideas and stuff. I'm open to, doing psychology videos, videos like you said, the eval the payout, like a series, and any types of ideas, bro. Just let me know. I do think we will get a pullback before close today. Hopefully we can keep up the volatility like this, and then target the highs that are left after we have the little retracement. Wow, we are just ripping. It's crazy. 200 points. Some crazy stuff. Oh yeah, how old are you, bro? I don't think I asked. $29. So you started trading when you were what, 22, 23? Or something like that. I'm 19. Started crypto. Yeah, I started with Forex too. And quickly realized that Forex isn't the best for US. That, like futures is just so much more opportunity. That's probably the biggest reason why I switched. Swing trading, so did I. That's crazy. I tried it for a long time too. I was doing Forex. I didn't get a payout with Forex because the prop firms are much different than futures. It's a lot harder. But yeah, every market, kind of correlates the same. Like you can use the model I'm using right now. You can use this model in Forex. You can use it in crypto. It all correlates pretty much the same. I think it works the best in the futures market for sure. Wow, we are just ripping, man. Holy crap. I'll probably do like maybe a back testing session over the weekend, whether it's just like I do a video or I do it live. We'll see. And then on Sundays, probably a little bit towards like later in the day, I'll do kind of like a weekly outlook and what I'm kind of expecting. Video, yeah, bro, totally. What do you do for work? Counting. Wow. Okay. Sweet. Did you like it? It looks like we're going to get a pullback right here. As far as entries, we have a 3 minute, a 4 minute. There's also another 5 minute right here. See what we want to do. Yeah, bro, it's all about trading. It's the hardest journey you're ever going to do, as I'm sure you know. But, for anyone, it's just about, not quitting, having that discipline to keep going 15 hours per day. Jesus. I'm good on you, bro. And not a lot of people can do that. But yeah, we'll make it work, bro. Even if you don't stay with me, you'll make it work. It seems like you got a good mindset, so that's all you need. All right, we're also tapping this 4 minute right here. All right, now we have a new open. We have a 5 minute. Hopefully we can, inverse 5 minute. See some structure built. Yeah, always. I think the best thing with trading, the best mindset you can have, is to focus on the process rather than focus on the, sounds corny, but focus on the destination. You want to always focus on the process. Not only will you learn more by doing that, you'll be able to kind of like feel more. You get a much better feel for the market, and most importantly, like for yourself. You know what's best for you. So, but yeah, bro, you're good. You'll get there. Anyone who has your type of mindset, it's destined that you'll get there. Past 50K apex, nice. Yeah, man. Don't waste your time on evals. If you know your rules, I tell this to anyone who reaches out to me, is don't waste your time on evaluations. You're not here to take your time and almost like waste time on evaluations, especially if you've been trading for as long as you have. You want to get past the evaluations and just start making money by following your rules. All right, so we have a nice reaction out of the 5 minute. If we can inverse this, might try a long, but we'll see. Got to see a good displacement through. On this, I'd probably put my stops just at the body, not risking a lot. And you could, doesn't really matter where you set your take profits discount. You can probably trailer your stop. Maybe set it bigger. Okay, yeah. So we have a 2 minute. I'll wait for the 2 minute. See what we want to do. The only thing with this is we have another 5 minute here we didn't tap. So this would definitely be a riskier trade to take. Let's see if we close above. If you are going to take this, don't risk a lot. Not worth it. But. My fund futures, yeah, They're a pretty decent prop firm. They have they just like revamped a lot of stuff. I think they do like instant payouts now or something like that. But I used to trade. Well, actually, I haven't been trading Top Step recently anymore, but I used to. They were good too. But yeah, I like Apex. I like My Fund of Futures. I haven't tried to Tradeify. I want to try them. Maybe I'll do that series with them. The eval payout. We'll see. This doesn't look too bad. Just the only thing is we did not tap into this 5 minute.
If there's
So-
8:30, just get a trade before like 10 a.m. You just have to think about the markets, especially with news and time, and AMD, right? So if we have 8:30 news, 9:30 will distribute, and you'll expect.
Yeah, so this right here, what do you look like on ES? So we're extremely correlated between the two, which is nice, finally. I have a feeling we might want to try to rebalance a little bit with the way this is looking. This wick is a nice sign. We'll see though. Yeah, that was a nice rejection. Hopefully we can hold it. That'd be nice. But yeah, like the market, like I said, I'm pretty sure you watched the video. You said the market loves to rebalance to inefficiencies. We rebalance to this small 5 minute, but we also have this 5 minute. We have this 5 minute. We have 15 minutes. So and that correlates to not taking stupid trades. Especially in this type of market, it's almost like any continuation trade might be a stupid trade. And that's why it's difficult to trade all-time highs. But if we do reject again and we do tap this 5 minute and wick out of it, then we'll definitely look for the longs. Because at that point, we would really be failing to make a displacement move lower, like a healthy displacement. Yeah, bro, if you want a paper trade, that's cool too. Totally. Do you have, I know you said you just passed the Apex one, but do you have any other evals right now? Try to find this. Yeah, this is definitely like where we're at right now. It's probably an eval market. We could start ranging too. Like you might just want to make a range stand in between here or something. It's not what I want to see, but never know. Yeah, did they allow news trading? CPI, what, 6 minutes? We got yellow folder in 5 minutes.
doubt there's always scammers. I was just I don't like when you speak with them, they'll tell you after the person.
Yeah, I'm surprised you found me through YouTube. I wasn't expecting. I think at the time, because obviously I just started
You guys can't hear me?
YouTube, and it's like I think when you joined there was like 2 or 3 videos up, but yeah, you were like 1 in 7 viewers, I think in total. But surprised like you found me through YouTube.
Make it a 24/7 IRL. That'd be so funny, bro.
Yeah, we are so correlated right now.
Why the fuck is it like?
We just have so much room. But I mean, depending on how we finish the day today, like this is kind of like this would be your accumulation move right here. Your manipulation move is right here, and we can expect distribution all the way down, or at least to like, I mean, at least somewhere in here, if that makes sense.
I'm not fasting.
And that's the higher time frame too.
Do I look like I should be fasting?
Yeah, bro. I'm not trying to like toot my own horn and crap too, but obviously I'm sure you've watched the bigger guys on YouTube and everything like I think they call them like gurus and stuff. People that do. It's almost like they do more promoting than trading. But to find people like me, and there's other people out there like me, like the smaller people who have maybe just started seeing the success. But it's always good to hop in with them like earlier in their journey, like once they started seeing success, just because it's almost like you're on the same journey as them. You're right on the bridge of becoming profitable. It's almost like you're me in a sense. You're right on the bridge. Yeah, it's always good to try new things too. Yeah, hopefully we get a little community going. Just this way here, it's like you also have some other people to talk to as well that might be in your position. That's kind of like that'd be nice. But I mean, if I got 1 in 7 viewers to join, hopefully, as I post more videos and promote a little bit more, we get maybe my goal is like probably like 10 people in like a month or 2. First payout. Yep, totally. You will get it, bro. I promise. Remind me one more time. You're funded with who right now? Oh, did you say it?
Wait, I was like thinking about it. I'm only gonna do something for like 1 or 2 days. Because like you don't know, bro. Like if they like someone goes to zero, someone goes to zero, like
Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. So how many on the My Funded Futures one? I know it's 5 days for a payout. What are you at right now?
you should put them all in the bucket.
Fresh one. So which one are you up 700 on? Okay. What are the payout rules for that one? Is it
The one
like a 5-day thing, or is it like a profit target you gotta hit first, or like a buffer? 21. I mean, then next week, bro, we're aiming for that, bro. I promise. Yeah, I still got I think I got 4 more trading days to take a payout with Apex. So it's taking it slow again. It's definitely better to not force stuff than to blow it. To drain the account. That's totally up to you, bro. Are you able to take out all of it if you get to that zone? Like, does Tradify allow it? I mean, if that's the case, I would take all of it and then just reinvest. And yeah, I would take the 2K. Or, I mean, you might make more than that too. But yeah, I mean, the funded accounts are really just like it's like a system. So like what I like to do, depending on how many I have or whatever, but like I'm on Apex right now. So if I have 5 with Apex, I take a payout, like a good healthy payout. I take all of it, and then obviously Apex, you pass in one day, you pass in one trade. So then I just take those profits, or even if I keep one, I take like all of my profits from 4 of them. I keep one. I use the payout from 4 to get 5 more loaded up, and then try to pass those and kind of just like repeat it. And then I'll still have the other one to take it slower, like take it normally. Unless like it's totally up to you too, because I don't know if you live alone, if you got bills and stuff, then you use it however you want. I don't want to tell you how to do it.
you're looking at bullish order flow. You're looking at high, low, high, low, high. And most of the time that you're taking high close, it's down.
But yeah, the prop firm, it's like a lot of people use it as like a cycle.
So that prop
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to use it technically.
over and over. That's not always the case. Sometimes you bounce off of the premium, but this is what all-time high trading basically looks like. So you don't really need to look for much at all-time high trading. You just want to find those pullbacks in equilibrium with like a 5 or 6 different value up, and then it breaks to the upside. And
Yeah, for sure, bro.
So it's if you look at something like this, for example, here we have that 830 candle. This like right here, right, rips up, right lower equilibrium, and we get a 4-minute inversion. So a 4-minute inversion right here, and you take loss off this. That's like a pre-market trade. It's up, right? You're gonna see that the same pattern occurs practically every single time today. So you have like this trade idea right here, pull back to the 5 minutes. Then you have right here, 2 legs more, low, high, pull back to equilibrium.
I mean, if we keep seeing like if this move keeps happening, like a little accumulation range we're gonna do, probably sometime in 11. I'm not trying to be here all day and stuff, when I don't have to. What about you? What are you thinking? Not too sure. Yeah, I mean, I would just don't waste your time, if you got stuff to do. But it's kind of looking like we might just stay in this range. So we'll see when 11 o'clock hits if anything changes. Yeah, we do. We have macro opening soon, so we'll see. Right now, we are displaying. We're getting pretty decent bearish candles right now, so maybe we can come back and tap this 5 minute, like the untapped one, and then possibly look for a long to these highs. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. It says on TradingView, it's saying so the market closes in like 2.5 hours. So I close at like 1. I think 1. Yeah, I mean, if we just look at the trend here, up, down, higher, low, lower high, higher high. It's just gonna keep doing it. So I mean, if we can maybe catch a move, maybe we can expect it just to keep going like this. But I want to see it, tap some type of imbalance. We tap this one again, but it's not as valid when it's already been tapped. We do have an SMT right now, though. No, we don't. Do we? Yeah, we do. We have this small over here. But that really doesn't mean anything in this type of market. So do you have do you have any friends that trade, or is it kind of just you? Yeah, my phone and futures is 50% off now. So we did inverse this. Yes, is working. So now we do have an SMT with these highs right here. These ones. We're pretty uncorrelated. All right, here we go. Maybe we can get a move. Finally. Yeah, right. We want to you want to start to see the market join back together. So like, yeah, if NQ started dumping here, I would like to see ES follow. That would kind of, give some confirmation that we can start making a move lower, or at least tap this 5 minute. Yeah, if I did take a trade today, like a day like today, I probably wouldn't be risking more than like 350, 400. Also, because you don't need to be risking that much, The good thing with the models, I didn't say anything about it yet, but I have two models that I use. The second one's a little more like technical, but I'll definitely be open to sharing it with you, bro. I can definitely make a video on it, and if I'll probably post it in the Discord, but I can probably just send it to you personally too. Normal size. So with me, when I got these 5 Apex accounts, I think the first trade, I might have a screenshot of it somewhere, I don't know, but I think I risked, I think it was either 350 or 3 to 400, but like I think I made like 8 or 900. So like the risk to reward is kind of what we look at. With this model, you're gonna get like 1 to 2s, 1 to 3s, sometimes 1 to 4s. It's all depending like on the setup and what where you're putting your stops or where they need to be put. But I would suggest going for like just 250 to 300 stop for now. And yeah, when you do make it like a buffer, I would say like maybe if you're up 1,000, then you can start risking a little bit heavier, because if you lose a trade, you lose 400. The next trade you make 1,200. It's like it doesn't even matter. It's all about your win rate, your risk to reward, your risk management. That's what trading is, and your psychology. Yeah, I would wait till you reach around like the 1K area for sure. Yeah, we are ranging right now. What does this move like? Yeah, like 31 points. That's it. Although the range traders are having a day today. I mean, short right here, you hit the bottom of the range, and long right here, you short right here. Range trading is actually like, I used to do it when I first started, like with the simple strategies. I would range trade, like support and resistance and all that stuff. And I actually, some days, like when ranges happen like this, you make a lot of money. But I mean, that only happens every so often. And so this low right here on the 5 minute, this is an intermediate low. And if we do sweep it, if we want to sweep this low, we'll most likely put in an SMT with ES, because ES is still way up here. So there will be an SMT. See, like we're even right here, dude. Oh, this is tempting. So we just swept this low right here. There's an SMT. If we inverse this, maybe. I don't know. Or people get chopped up. Yeah. I mean, what's the risk? Yeah, it's like a 1. I would like to see this this low swept, and chances are if we sweep it, we'll also tap the 5 minute. Just added conviction.
When are you gonna take a trade? I was planning on it at 10:40 mark is a candle with a liquid candle. What was I talking about?
We'll see if you want to inverse this 1 minute. But with the way NQ is looking right now, we are making like lower highs. So maybe we'll come down to sweep this low. ES is just ripping though. ES isn't really in a range anymore. It's kind of just, it's moving up. These are nice 5 minute candles though. A nice strong bearish candle and then a flipped bearish candle if we can hold that. We'll see.
No, but I wasn't planning on taking a trade for 10 a.m. I just literally opened my computer and my eyes and I was like,
Yeah, do you journal your trades, bro?
today's probably kind of choppy, bro, but I'm telling you that just there is the only trade I would look for if I were in anyone right now.
Or just like journal like at all?
It's like, and then versus to the upside, that's pretty much it.
Used to. A lot of people say like when traders are at like that break-even stage, like the stage right before you become profitable, it's always good to journal your trades. And I mean, it doesn't really do any good if you just journal and don't look at them afterwards. But like I mean, I kind of like my YouTube recaps and everything's kind of like it's like a journal. But yeah, I would always I'd write it down because you always
Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
remember more when you write it down rather than like type it out or whatever. But yeah, definitely get a good system. So then it's almost like you're writing the same thing over and over again as far as your entries and stuff. It'll just make it more clear to you. Definitely.
And I have no fucking plan.
ES is still ripping. Yeah, this is kind of chopped now. There wasn't any clear displacement, so. You have any plans for the 4th?
Hicks paid people out of his board for 6 degree. I don't really want to answer.
Work.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. You play basketball in high school and stuff? Well, anyway, we swept that low. If we put in a 1 minute here, you could possibly look for a long, unless we want to keep selling off. Been playing since you were a child. Sweet. Yeah, I played baseball and football. I was going to college for baseball before I started trading, and then I had knee surgery, and that kind of screwed up everything. So yeah, I was always an athlete first, and then started to think of ways to make money and find another career. So I found trading. I played basketball too in like middle school and high school, but I definitely wasn't as good as baseball. Yeah, I miss it. I miss football more though. I was a little bit better at baseball than football, but yeah, I always miss it. My brother still plays though, which is good, so I can still watch him and stuff.
Bro, why would I not take spec shorts? Are we bouncing off a higher time frame? PA!
We're like just barely. I don't even know if we tapped this yet.
Like,
There we go.
should ban.
All right, so we have hit the 5 minute. Still SMT in place. Swept the recent intermediate low. So now, yeah, I do. I go to the gym. The gym is because when I first started trading, I didn't really do much besides trading, and that definitely kind of screwed me over. So yeah, finding other things to do, like you said, like you're gonna go hoop. That's fire. That's just to get your mind off of trading, to not be looking at the charts. Yeah, that's a good way to spend your time off the charts, just doing stuff. Yeah, for sure. So no entries right here. No fair value gaps.
Taking off the.
See what 11 o'clock does.
Yeah, this,
But trading is supposed to be boring, and that's when you get to that point. That's kind of how you know you're on the right track. Like, I mean, the only way it's exciting is if you're gambling and your adrenaline is pumping through the roof, and that's not a good sign. So, I mean, when trading is boring, you accept it, and that's kind of just how you know you're on the right track. Is there anything else, like as far as like YouTube content that you want to see, like that the eval the payout thing? That's a fire idea. I'll definitely end up doing that. But like more educational content style, or things you want to know, learn about. I mean, psychology and things like that too, definitely. But when not to take a trade, yeah. So just like certain conditions and stuff, like market conditions where you shouldn't be taking a trade. Maybe how to handle it, how to go about it. I also want to I want to vlog too, like my days and stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. So is tomorrow closed too? Well, so markets are open tomorrow until 12, but I mean, a bank holiday.
I don't know how to read. I mean, I listen to people, but I don't know people give feedback on it.
Yeah.
Bro, this test is way too long.
So this SMT would have worked. But that's not really a model. Hmm.
They just added a fart in there. Oh my god.
We're inside of that 1 minute that we were previously at. Let's see what we want to do. We're going to react out of it again.
How many holes in a polo? Oh, I see. 1, 2, 3. There's 3 in there. What? In the word polo?
Looks like we're reacting out of it again. Oh, I just want to see it move lower. That's all I want. I mean, yeah, if we just had a straight move down to take out this low and then tap this and put an SMT in, if we had a fair value gap somewhere in here, I would have taken it. At least maybe target these highs or, new highs, just trail your step. But yeah, this has already been tabbed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, I mean, it's a little more risky. Yeah, last night I was like, you're gonna let me know what you think, but I was messing around with like chart colors. So I have these right here, the black and whites. I've used them for a while, and then I made these. It's freaking bright, but what do you like better? You like these or the black? I don't know. The black and white.
Oh! Oh shit! Oh shit! It's like okay. Oh shit.
I'll probably hop off at 11:30 if I had to put a time on it. I mean, unless we're starting to see actual moves by then. But other than that, I'll probably just hop off then. So I think the only trade that would have been pretty valid today, we had this 5 minute right here. No, it's 8:30. I think this would have worked. Where is it? This 5 minute right here. And then you zoom in, and you could have just took an inverse out of it. And that's pretty much just the what do you call it? The all-time highs conditions. It's really just that's the best you're gonna get until we really start seeing a move. But I mean, like to reflect back on today or the morning. Obviously, we didn't take anything. We didn't really see much, and we kind of just sat on our hands. And it's times like those you have to really appreciate, because imagine how many people today were greedy or broke their rules. They tried taking longs and shorts in this, or they wanted to short this, and they got chopped up and they lost maybe one or two trades. You got to be proud of yourself that you're doing what you're doing right now. You're just watching. We got a channel built. You mean like the pattern, like that thing? I'm wondering if I don't know this one to target new highs. I don't think this it wouldn't be a bad trade because we do have the SMT still. But now like we have another SMT right here again. We'll see if tape read this, see if it plays out. I don't know. I think we might just get caught in a range for the rest of the day.
Oh my god.
We're also inside of another 1 minute. Right here. Could inverse this and go hit the lows again. Knowing when to tape read and not take trades is a huge part of being profitable and unprofitable. Like right there, we would have got stopped out. And it all depends on the actual market conditions. You could have taken it with low size, but I mean, I don't really like that. This market doesn't interest me, obviously, because we're just ranging. And it's like no move is like a true move. So yeah, for sure. It's a lot of market experience too. I mean, you've been trading for a good amount of time, longer than me. So I mean, So it's always up to you if you want to take the trade. But realistically, in this type of market, there isn't a huge point to take, a trade like this. I mean, if we swept like the high up here and then put in an SMT and then, displace through fair value gap, yeah, I might take it. But like even right here, if we had a fair value gap printed in this leg right here, and we shoot up displace through, I probably would have took it. But no, there's no entry. Hopefully we can take a high. Yeah, I don't know why my mic doesn't work on Discord. Everything's set up. It's just I don't know. It's weird. All right, looks like we might take the high out. Yeah, so like look, that if there was a fair value gap here, that would have been a really nice trade to those highs. It's unfortunate, but all right. Well, we have SMT at the highs. Another fair value gap. We could either respect it or disrespect it and go to the lows again. start range trading. I mean, if we get below this fair value gap for you, I would say it's an okay eval trade. We did take this high. You got to see it close below here though. But if we do, then yeah, take it on eval. But we might want to just go take these highs first. Yeah, right. I'm sure as soon as we get off, there'll be a move. It's just how it goes. I don't want to see these highs get taken though. Because then, I mean, technically speaking, if we're ranging, we take these highs, and we're at the top of the range. And then we could probably see a move lower. Which I think, if you wanted to take something like that on evaluation, that's totally fine. But I would wait until these get taken. Come on. Come on. It's edging the highs. Just take them. There's also an internal SMT. Oh, we just missed it. Wow, we don't want to take them. Wow. Wow, we literally a tick. Have what now? Trade? I just want to see these highs taken. How did we not take the highs? Oh, we took them on. Oh wait, we took them on NQ. If you want to go short right now, bro, on like an evaluation, chances are we're just gonna trickle down back down to like the bottom of the range. That's totally up to you, but I mean, I don't know if we'll go any higher because we're just stuck in the range, but totally up to you. Still nothing, just ranging. Yeah, I'm not looking for much. I mean, if you want, like if you start to see a little move down with like a good close, then if you want to just take an eval trade down to the bottom of the range or something, you can. But I mean, yeah, as far as like technical setups, I'm probably not going to get one. Which is it's expected, coming to frame, coming up to all-time highs again and stuff. So not mad about it. Like, to me, right now, it looks like we want to move lower. We're just struggling. Because we did take the highs in the NQ, so ES is also dumping. So we could try a short. You know what, bro? Shorts look kind of okay. It's tough. ES is dumping. You'd expect NQ to follow. There's just no like entry. Oh, yep, that's why we don't trade. Crazy market. I mean, now we have an SMT. If this fair value gap holds, you could possibly look for shorts if we inverse it. Could have a move. Yeah, if you want to take this on eval, I would. We can close below this 2-minute change in the state. Maybe. I just want to see some type of bearish confirmation, like an actual closed candle like this. See if you retrace. I mean, this S&T is everywhere now because we're just ranging. If I take it, it'll be in my life. I mean, obviously shorts look so good because of all the room. It's tough. There's a little 1 minute. Imagine how many people just took shorts right there. It's really, really hard to take shorts right now in a continuation market. You know, because then it's almost like you have to guess the perfect tick that the price is going to start going lower, like an actual move lower. I mean, we just inverse this 1 minute. I say it looks okay for longs. If I do take something like this, I'd put my stops to break even pretty quickly. All right, bro, sounds good. Yeah, I'll be off any minute too. I will see you Monday or Sunday because I'll probably do the weekly outlook. And yeah, I'll get a back tested video up. So I'll see you then. Peace out, bro. You too. All right, bro. Peace out.